You better hush. I miss Elvis. I'm just saying
I don't.
I miss spooning.
Yeah, it cost me 3 nights.
I'm getting the dog back.
Yeah. Good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us. It's a rainy Tuesday morning here in Athens, Alabama. This is Athens in the AM. Tom McAlister joins us this morning. Where's that smack-talking Mac this morning?
He's resting up to see what he can come back with you on the game.
I got to tell y'all this little quick story right quick. Mac going smack-talking about the Auburn game Saturday morning.
It's okay.
This is going to be a blowout. I didn't answer him after it was over. I texted him back. I said, Mac, you're right. It was a blowout. Anyway, thank y'all for getting up with us. Mayor Ronnie Mark's supposed to be with us later on this morning. Hopefully, Hartsville coach Bob Gotze will be with us in just a little bit. Frank and Tony in here, 230-4988. Streak snapped. Auburn. You know, I know that had to come to an end sooner or later. That was just probably one of the worst defense I've ever seen. I mean, just horrible. But John Deese went ahead and preached Sunday, despite despite the loss. But Alabama rolled and then dropped in the polls. We only beat them 41-0. But big one, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Arkansas, I'll talk about that when I go over there and sit down in a minute. Got a lot of things to talk about. Yeah, we dog sat over the weekend. You know what the worst thing about it's like us taking Rudy and keeping him for y'all, Tony, how much y'all love that dog. So we keep this Elvis. Nice dog, you know, everything. Well, I'm out in the backyard Saturday afternoon, hanging out. Gloria said, where's Elvis? I said, I don't know, he's out here somewhere. He escaped.
He's so smart. Scared me to death.
When would you want to leave our house?
I don't know.
So, finally, he squeezed through the bars to my next-door neighbor's house. And then I'll find him. He's out hitchhiking out in front of the house. But anyway, he was safe and sound. He was missing for about, I don't know, we told playing out of 5 or 10 minutes. He was gone overnight.
5 minutes. He was not.
By the way, before we go to weather, I got big news to announce.
You do.
ZTV 11 is digital. We went digital thanks to our great chief engineer, Dave Spindle, at 1:30 Friday afternoon. So if you're getting a clearer signal now, it's because, yes, we're digital. And believe it or not, I know Channel 31's finally going HD. I don't know how they must have borrowed some money somewhere. Now I'm digital, but there we are. Digital, you can rescan your televisions. If anybody you know, that's the way they can get us right there. Rescan your TV. We're crystal friggin' clear. We're the only TV station in Huntsville, the only one, to have 4 channels. Now, right now, we're running the same thing on all 4 channels because we figured out how to run something different.
I'll fix
it. we have 2 or 3 other networks to sign up with us. But little ZTV 11, a little station with a great big mouth, is digital, and we got 4 channels. And before long, you won't get 4 channels on cable unless they just agree to put us all on there. And if you get an AT&T Uverse, you ain't watching us, but so you don't know what I'm saying. But if you plan on signing up for that, we are being added as channel 11 within 30 days on AT&T's new Uverse, which I hope we can get soon. But anyway, that's what's cranking with us. Let's get it started this morning. Here's the weather, and it is raining.
It is definitely raining out there. 65 degrees, and it's going to be raining all day today, on and off. So be careful on your way into work. Make sure you buckle up and stay safe and give yourself a little extra time to get to work because roads are going to be wet and slick. High temperatures today of 82, low of 60. Tomorrow, your high of 80. And again, low of 59, still storms in the forecast. Not severe, but just some thunderstorms. And of course, rain for several days until Thursday. Friday looking wonderful with cooler temperatures sticking with us over the weekend. 230-4988 gets us this morning.
Yeah, what's up, Tom?
Well, I've watched so many football games all running together.
A little smack-talking Mac.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out what to come back with.
Yeah. I'll give him some time. Hey, speaking of football, Alabama plays Arkansas, number 14 in Tuscaloosa. TV time, 2:30 on Channel 19. They had the Florida-Tennessee game. They started, past Saturday was CBS's first SEC game. And an update on the October 1st game at Florida. Might be televised as part of a CBS doubleheader. It will be announced this coming Sunday. Alabama will play Florida on October 1st, either at 2:30 or 7 p.m. So the Arkansas-Texas A&M, dang, that's a good game that week too. And the Auburn-South Carolina games are also being considered The game that CBS does not pick will be televised by ESPN. And Carter update. There was no news yesterday on wide receiver Deron Carter, junior college transfer, still has not been certified by Alabama so he can play. He can practice but cannot play. Man, college football, does it get any better after we whelp Arkansas this week? Next week, we got Florida, and then Arkansas and Texas A&M.
Are you nervous?
I'm going to pick Auburn to beat South Carolina.
You're going to pick Auburn every week.
I'm picking I'm picking Auburn to win South Carolina.
It worked this week, didn't it?
Well, it worked, and that's hey, speaking of Auburn, y'all know the other day Spirit the Eagle flew into the skybox. Y'all saw the video of that. Well, now PETA, members of People for Ethnic Treatment of Animals, or as we like to say here, PETA, says Auburn University should end its pregame tradition of bald eagle flights after it crashed into a stadium luxury box. Says screaming fans and other sounds of football games can terrify animals.
Oh,
She outlined her concern in a letter to the Montgomery Advertiser, saying animals aren't performers and don't deserve to be frightened or hurt just so we can have a momentary thrill. They've got a federal permit allowing eagle flights as a form of public outreach. And Tom Clem's son here at Clem Tire works with Spirit the Eagle down there. So
PETA needs to go take their money.
So as soon as
starving
Zorro gets big enough to do something, he's going to be performing tricks on this show every day instead of humping his little toy.
Yeah, he did learn something from Elvis over the weekend. He's too young for this.
Don't tell me.
PETA, though,
they're a waste of an organization.
They didn't say anything about that. A lot of times they have taken those eagles that would have been dead,
right,
and gave them a life.
Well, it's a good thing they don't know Dr. Pittman over here. By the way, he's our vet. We saw him. He's Auburn fan. He's a big Auburn grad. Yeah, Dr. Death.
Most vets are Auburn fans.
But he got his the county commission renewed. I'll tell you more about that in the news in just a second. Don't nobody spoil it for me. I didn't watch 2.5 Men last night. I was in bed before that. You better have
Charlie
recorded
died.
it. Yeah, I know that. I know that. But so far, it looks like men played well together. All right. Tom, you are about to be a rich man.
I am?
Yes, you are, according to Decatur Daily this morning. A recent CNBC poll found that 20% of Americans expect to become millionaires in the next 10 years.
If I live that long, right?
The reality is that only 5% of Americans are millionaires, and many of them benefited from an inheritance.
Oh, really?
The poll comes on the heels of U.S. This is out of Decatur Daily, that 15% of Americans are living in poverty, 16% of Americans have no health insurance. As the poor increasingly come to the realization that their current plight is likely to be permanent, political chaos is happening all over. Well, instead of just owing $1 million, which I owe several right now, and if Brad would do his job correctly here, I too
could
leave Brad
you
alone.
think now with a man that owns a TV station, he's got 4 channels, somebody's going to come through and say, hey, why don't I just pay you $10 million for that whole thing?
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what I'd say? See you, Athens.
No.
No, I'd stay here.
You didn't realize all those documents you've already signed.
Yeah, probably not. Okay. Now for my main event.
Great.
Now, we got that picture of Dr. Childs, Tony's cancer doctor, my dad's. Yeah. We go in there yesterday, and I told her, I said, don't take the dog in. She takes him in. Dang if the doctor don't run off with him. There he is right there. And one of them, Tony, he's probably one of the nicest guys around, isn't he? He's just a super dude. A lot of you people go to the cancer over there at Crestwood probably know about it.
He almost didn't bring Zorro back.
Which leads me to a point I want to discuss this morning.
Oh,
a Dear Abby. Not Dear Abby, a Dear Jamie. This is in the News Courier.
There we go.
I'm going to show this around here.
Okay.
My wife and I just need your advice, Jamie. I said, okay. We got a next door neighbor whose husband died 10 years ago. She's become my best friend, wife's best friend and confidant. I help maintain her house and car. We both think the world of her. My doctor has a small practice with one nurse. And I've been going to him for years, and he's getting a little old, but he's had to have some help come in now. Well, he had this one nurse. Well, the nurse left town and moved somewhere else. Well, now he's hired our friend to be the nurse. Well, I got a problem with this. I don't want to get naked in front of my friend who's now the nurse. What do I do? So I'm going to put it to y'all where y'all can put this basically together. Let's say Dr. Walker. You know, he's moving his practice to hospital. And Sharon, his wife, has been with him forever, is not going to be part of the new move.
Correct.
So let's say somebody, Frank, Tony, Tom, that Dr. Walker's your doctor. Or Pete Lamb, which he is.
I'm not getting naked in front of Pete. I'm not getting naked
you
in
are
front of
hired
Dr.
as their
Walker.
nurse to replace Sharon. You come in as the nurse. Now, would y'all have a problem getting naked in front of Gloria being in there with the doctor? I mean, that's my question, Frank.
No.
Tony, no, Frank.
She's the doctor.
Now, she's the nurse.
Oh, she's the nurse.
Corey.
She tells me.
Huh?
Wow.
What?
You guys keep your clothes on, okay? I'm
But
just
I mean,
telling you now.
would that be a problem for somebody?
Yes, that would be very awkward.
Okay, let's say Pete Lamb's down there. Everybody knows Pete down at Clayton Home. And Pete's Dr.
Don't
Walker,
get him
he's
in
his patient.
trouble.
Who?
Don't get Pete in trouble.
Well, it's in the thing today here.
Would you get
Okay.
naked in front of me?
Yes, I would.
I ain't talking to
right
you.
now, if you would give me an opportunity. Oh, it'd be the second time this
We
morning.
have to go to commercial, though.
Okay, let's just use me. Somebody say I have to go in and somebody. Let me pick out somebody who's a nurse. Well, Christy's a nurse. She's a nurse. Christy Vale.
You wouldn't get naked in front of her, would you?
Yeah.
You'd get naked in front of anyone, though. That's a dumb question. Quit.
Would I really?
Yes, you would.
Huh? Well, there's a naked picture of me now. I'll get naked in front of y'all. 1980, they ain't changed much.
Keep your clothes on.
Notice I do have on shoes and socks in that photograph.
I thought you didn't wear socks.
Well, I did then.
Back then,
It's kind of rocky up there. I want to keep my shoes on.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, if we go to the nudist camp, you
No,
gonna let
there ain't
me
going to be
in?
no we going to no nudist camp. Me and Frank might go.
You might go.
Frank won't do
Me and
it.
Frank might go, but you ain't going.
Oh, okay. What if it's for a story?
Listen, I'm going to pull my iPhone out today. Take a photograph. Oh, by the way, you can text me. I'm not giving out my number no more. The
230-1123.
All
Don't
right.
call
Anyway,
me. Call
any other
him.
questions, you can text Gloria 603-4848. We'll get it going here. I'll come back with the news in just a moment. It's a rainy Tuesday morning in Athens, Alabama.
Yes,
Y'all,
Good morning.
hang on.